If I said to you, which of these two statements sounds more disturbing, child sex or child rape? Now, most of you would have said child rape. Now, there is no such thing as child sex. A child cannot consent to sex. Yet in our media and in our articles that we see out there, our mainstream media, we see a lot of the statement there was child sex abuse, but there's no such thing as child sex. So why are the media dumbing it down, watering it down, making it sound softer than what it is? It is child rape. If you then fathom the idea of what child rape is, you then understand that this is a very severe problem. And this has to do with someone taking ownership or taking over someone else's body without their permission. A child cannot give consent to sex. Now, you see this also with adult sex cases. You will see there was sex abuse or sexual assault, but it was rape. If someone has sex with someone out of their control, without their consent, it is rape. Yet our media tries to make it sound like it is a norm, that it's, oh, well, they were having sex and someone said no, so it was an assault. It wasn't rape. So I want you to be very aware when you see these articles out there to know that it is rape. There is so much rape that happens in our society, and it gets reported as something that is a less. Another one, a lot of media outlets are calling child pornography. Now, there's no such thing as child pornography. It is child sex abuse material. Think of that for a second. You hear the word pornography, you think explicit material, you think something maybe you've seen on one of those websites that you've maybe satisfied yourself on. But understand, when they put the word child in front of it, it's just dumbing down the reality that the material that someone has put out there is abuse material, sexual abuse material, rape material. Yet you don't hear child rape material, child sex abuse material. You hear child pornography. So that's to make the community think, oh, okay, so someone was being explicit. Maybe the kids were, underage and they were doing something wrong and they put their material out there. No, there are fucking shit humans out there being so, you can tell it grinds my gears, because the fact of the reality is that there are people out there exploiting children day in and day out, exploiting adults. If an adult can be exploited, how cannot a child be? It's ridiculous. Yet you have these people out there thinking, oh, let's report it as, child pornography. People were like, oh, what's that? No, child rape material. Oh, let's say, the child was sexually abused. The child was raped. Raped. You understand what rape is. Just take a moment for a second there and think. We have a community and a society that still have this horrible rape culture of thinking that the victim had a choice in the fact of the matter. Yeah, because the 5-year-old boy had a choice in the fact of being raped. Or, the 10-year-old girl had a choice because the way she wore her clothes made someone rape her. Or the 30-year-old older woman, because she went out at night, had the, hands up to say, please rape me. They were not sexually abused or sexually assaulted. They were raped. So understand, when you see the media doing this and you're watching the media, you are almost an accomplice to allowing this behavior in our society. Now, it's not to say this is your fault, but it's to say, be accountable for it. Find out the facts, understand the details, understand there are more harsh things going on in society than what is being presented out there. And then if you understand that reality, you have the understanding to know that these dark traumas, these dark problems actually exist, and they are serious. And there are ways to make change, and there are people doing great work out there to make change. And we can then support that. If we are educated with the facts and the truth, we can then make change. So be aware of what you read, what you see, what you hear, and acknowledge the truth of what exists out there. But know that there is child rape, and it is rape, not sexual assault. Please don't water it down. Please don't dumb it down. Words can be very powerful, especially when there are only a specific amount of words that can describe the heinous crimes that exist in our society.